1.1 Best Frenemy, Dirty Deed. There he was, this tall, handsome, olive-skinned man. She had only met him once at a charity benefit, but she knew everything about him. She knew he was a wealthy entrepreneur and that he drove a Lamborghini. She knew he had a girlfriend whom he had been dating for over a year. She also knew that they were having problems. Raquel also knew she wanted him. Ever since she had first seen him in a photo, she knew she had to have him. She knew how well he treated his woman, and she wanted that same treatment. She wanted to be the girl on his arm, and she was willing to do anything to make that happen. Raquel saw Dominic across the room at the bar sipping a drink and conversing with a group of guys. Dominic was charming and sexy. His smile lit up a room, and Raquel was determined to have him. Raquel was the type of woman you could never really be friends with because if you had something she wanted, she had no problem taking it. Raquel was relentless and cutthroat, two qualities that made her a piranha in the magazine world. She was at the top of her game as an editor for one of the top fashion magazines. She had the best money could buy, but she still wasn't happy. Raquel wanted a husband so badly that she often became a mistress to already made families. She was getting tired of being the other woman. She wanted a man of her own, even if she had to take him from her best friend. She had been a friend to Dominic's girlfriend forever, they were like sisters, but Raquel secretly hated her. She was beautiful, charming, and talented. She was almost always the center of attention. People seemed to gravitate towards her, especially the opposite sex. Raquel was always in her shadow, and it made her sick how nice and sweet she was. She hated how she bragged about Dominic with his $1 million security business, his fleet of tricked-out old-school Mustangs, and his Lamborghini. She hated how she always talked about her glamorous job as a model and actress. She hated her rich parents who gave her everything she wanted. She hated her Ivy League school degree. She hated every perfect little thing about her. Raquel was so envious of her that she wanted her life, and she would start with her man. She knew how much her friend loved Dominic, but to her, it made things more fun. She was going to take everything from her one by one until she had nothing. Raquel walked across the dance floor of the club to the bar and took a seat right next to Dominic. Dominic had his back turned to her as he continued talking to his friends. She held her vodka tonic in her hand as she stirred it with her straw. Raquel took a very provocative sip of her drink and licked her lips. Then Raquel set her drink on the bar and purposely knocked it over. The drink spilled all over the bar and into Dominic's lap. Startled, he leapt up from his seat and turned to face her. "Oh, my goodness, I'm so sorry," she said as she grabbed a handful of napkins and started vigorously wiping the liquor from his crotch. "Whoa! Whoa!" he yelled. "Don't worry about it, okay?" he replied. "Really?" she asked. "Yeah, it's fine," he replied. He didn't even recognize her. "You've got to let me do something to make it up to you, please?" she asked. "I just feel horrible I ruined your clothes." "Let me buy you a drink," she said. "I'm Raquel," she added as she smiled and shook his hand. "Hi, I'm Dominic," he replied. "Bartender!" Raquel yelled out. "What were you drinking?" she asked. "Rum and Coke," Dominic answered. The bartender walked over to greet them. "What can I get for you?" he asked. "Let me get a rum and Coke and a vodka tonic," Raquel replied. "It'll be right up," the bartender said as he took out 2 glasses and began to make their drinks. "Thanks, but being the gentleman I am, I can't let you buy me a drink, I'll buy the drinks." "You just try not to spill it this time," he said. "Okay," she laughed. "So, are you dating anyone?" she asked. Yes, I'm actually about to get engaged," he replied. "About to?" she asked. "Yeah, I haven't asked her yet, so I guess I should say I might be getting engaged," he said with a grin. "I'm sure she'll say yes. I mean, you're handsome and quite the gentleman," Raquel stated as she looked him up and down lustfully with a mischievous grin. "That will be $20, the bartender said as he set their drinks down on the bar. Dominic reached in his pocket and pulled out his wallet. He handed the bartender a 50 and told him to keep the change. "It was nice meeting you, Raquel," he said. "Nice meeting you too," she replied, disappointed. Dominic proceeded to walk across the dance floor to greet his friends who had left him earlier while he was talking to Raquel. There has got to be someone to get that guy to notice me, she thought. He didn't seem the least bit interested. Well, I do need a home alarm system, she said to herself. Raquel took out her phone and Googled Dominic Santorini. Santorini Security popped up first on the screen, along with several clubs in the area he also owned. Raquel began to devise a plan on how she would lure Dominic to her house and seduce him. But she knew that wouldn't be enough, she would have to get her friend out of the picture too. Raquel was very crafty. The name Raquel Evans was synonymous with malicious business tactics in editing and magazine circles. She was known to crush anyone and everyone who opposed her. This situation was no different for Raquel, she would have him by any means necessary. Read the story on Patreon. Link in bio.